What's up, Life Warrior? Today, let's talk about living your truth and the power of speech and conscious expression. Welcome to your Monday message. I am Dharma Shakti, your host, with your weekly dose of something inspirational. Listen. I know that you know by now that yoga isn't just something that you practice on the mat. If you've been practicing and studying with me for a while, I know you know this, but I want to really emphasize that yoga is something that should be shaping the way that you think, the way that you speak, and the way that you express your truth. Today's Monday message comes from the opening invocation to the author of the Yoga Sūtras, Patanjali. And this little line in this invocation is a powerful reminder that yoga is not only about the body, but it's really about refining the mind and the voice. This line in the invocation says, Yogena, cittasya, padena, vācaṁ. It means yoga refines the mind and the speech. This invocation is an offering of gratitude to Patanjali for his literature, the Yoga Sūtras, which is a codified and simple understanding of a yogic process. Also invites us into a reminder that one of the many values and gifts of a yogic practice and a lifestyle, as Patanjali offered in his writings, is a great opportunity for personal inquiry. So how are we using our voice? Are our words aligned with our truth, like the real heart of the heart of the truth that we are and that we know? And does our speech reflect clarity or conditioning? These are important things for you to reflect on. Let's break down the Sanskrit. I want to get us more familiarized with some of these Sanskrit words, which is why I'm offering this in these videos. So the line that we are discussing today is Yogena, cittasya, padena, vācaṁ. And I'll break down each of the words and their meaning for you. Yogena. This means through yoga or through union. Cittasya, of the mind or consciousness, chitta. Padena means through refinement or purification, and vācaṁ means speech, voice, or expression. So this little line means yoga purifies the mind, and when the mind is clear, speech becomes truthful, conscious, and powerful. So this part of the invocation reminds us that speech is an extension of consciousness, and yoga helps align speech with consciousness. Yoga helps to purify and refine our consciousness, which then therefore refines the speech. So point number one, let's get through these. Yoga refines the mind and speech follows. Your words reflect the state of your mind, and when the mind is scattered, speech becomes reactive. When the mind is clear, speech becomes intentional. When your mind is fearful, your speech becomes negative. So we want to practice, pause before speaking, and ask, is what I want to say coming from clarity, or is it coming from reaction? Is it coming from my higher consciousness, or is it coming from my lower consciousness? Point number two, speech is a form of energy and also a form of creation. Words shape your reality internally and externally. So what you repeat becomes belief, and what you speak becomes direction. Notice your self-talk. It's really important that we do this. Is it supportive, or is it self-sabotaging? Point number three, living your truth requires honest expression. Speech is meant to express truth, and it's not meant for things that are not coming from a place of truth, like people-pleasing, fear-based consciousness, or avoidance and resistance. Right? When speech is aligned with our higher consciousness, life just feels lighter. So you can ask yourself, am I saying what I mean, or am I saying what feels safe? Point number four, silence is a part of conscious speech. Refined speech includes knowing when not to speak. Stillness clarifies our intention. This is an important one to remember. Create moments of intentional silence during your day and get used to being more in silence, and know that not everything that you think or feel needs to be spoken. Point number five, truthful speech creates integrity and alignment. When thoughts and words and actions all match and are in integrity and are in alignment, life tends to feel more steady. And this really is yoga in action, where our practice on our mat starts to spill over into our lives and begins to change the way we're living. So you want to practice letting your words match your values, even in the small moments and often in the big moments. Don't say that thing that your lower self wants to say. Just pull it back in and stay in silence. Okay, so how do we apply this in our life in all the different arenas, right? In relationships, it looks like honest, compassion, communication. In leadership, it can look like speaking from clarity and not from ego. For all you light leaders out there, it's an important one to remember. In our self-talk, this looks like choosing kindness over criticism. And in our daily life, it looks like aligning words with values. When your speech is aligned with your values and your higher consciousness, your life becomes much more aligned. All the stuff on the outside starts to line up when we are lined up on the inside. So I want to offer you some journal prompts, some time to really reflect on this topic. I'll drop these into the description down below here for you to take time to read and answer for yourself later. But just as I'm going through them, just ponder them for a minute, okay? Where in my life am I being invited to speak more truthfully and consciously? And when do I feel most authentic in my speech? Where do I hold back my truth out of fear? And how do I speak to myself when no one is listening? And what would change if my words matched my values more closely? Last question is, what truth is asking to be expressed right now? I think this is an important one to really sit with, is what truth is asking to be expressed right now? If you would like to just go over these questions more thoroughly, I'll drop them in the description box down below. I want to leave you with some words of encouragement. It's important that you know that your voice matters. Your truth matters. Your expression of that truth really matters. And the more that you align your speech with clarity and compassion, the more powerful that your presence becomes. Yoga isn't just what you do, it's how you think and how you speak and how you show up. And when you get more present with those things, it is bound to shift your presence in the way that you show up in your life and in your social circles and with your family and all those amazing, wonderful places that you show up to. Look, if you really like this message, please hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe to this channel if you're not subscribed already. If you would like a deeper dive into the journaling, which is where I think we get a lot of integration of this wisdom, please, I'll drop the link below. Join my free online platform called the Empowered Living Community, where I post the downloadable PDF with a much deeper dive into the journal reflective prompts so that you can integrate what you're learning here. I want to just make sure that I close this out with a nice clear message for you. When the mind is clear, the voice becomes true. And when the voice is true, life aligns. And that is the power of yoga. As my closing thought, I want to leave you with here as I end this message. It's important to remember that when the mind is clear, the voice becomes true. We're not speaking from a place of ego. We don't speak from a place of lower consciousness. But when our mind is clear and we are in alignment with that higher consciousness, the voice becomes true. And when the voice is true, life aligns. You will see that there's much more potency and much more magic and much more synchronicity in your life when the voice is a reflection of that clear, more purified consciousness, that higher consciousness. And this, my friends, really is the true power of yoga. It's not your fancy back bends or your impressive handstands. Those things are great, but the real power of yoga is cultivating and refining a higher consciousness and aligning our speech, amongst many other things, with that higher consciousness. So make sure that you include practices in your life, in your day-to-day, in your week, that help you refine and find alignment with the mind. There are not many things that we can do to really refine and purify the mind. We do a lot of things to purify the body. But what do we do to purify the mind? This, my friends, I believe is the true value. And one of the things that makes yoga very, very, very unique is that it has the ability to refine and purify our mind and our consciousness. So make sure you get yourself to a yoga studio. Make sure you get yourself into some yoga classes, practice some yogic living. Head on over to our beautiful space here in Long Beach at Yogalution Movement. We have amazing teachers, and they're all there to assist you in this practice, in this systematized process for refining your mind. You deserve a clear mind, you deserve a refined mind, and you deserve a purified mind. So I hope to see you over there soon. Anyways, until then, happy Monday. I hope you have a pleasant week. This is the last Monday message for 2025. We are going to roll into 2026 and just do more of this. So thank you so much for being here, and I'm sending you so much love from my heart to yours. Peace and blessings, and namaste.